Great first half. You were coming into the line. Are you feeling better now after 4 matches?
Yeah, I said it at the beginning when I first got here. It was going to take me a while to get used to the boys, and fourth game, and I'm starting to find my feet and getting the combos right off the halves, and it's looking good. We just got to work on our second half. We start off good, and second half we get too many drop balls, so something we've got to work on for our next game.
And you've got a week off now. Are you happy about that, or would you rather keep going?
Yeah, I've only played 4 games, so I'd rather keep going. So, but it's always good to have a week off. Niggling injuries, it'd be good to have that week rest and be ready for the next game.
Now, Halifax last season were the grand final winners, so in effect you've played and beaten the best team in the league. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel good. We started off the game really well. But just like last week, we came into the second half and we let them get a roll on and got them back into the game. So we've got to work on that. Like I said before, we've got to work on that for the next game. But overall, I'm happy with the win, especially against last year's premiers.
And is it good playing behind the pack? Are they setting the right platform for you?
Yeah, it's when your team's going good, is the forwards set a good platform. So our forwards have been doing a really good job for us, and it makes us back's job a lot easier throughout the game.
And how do you rate the standard compared with Queensland, where you were playing last time, the Queensland Cup?
I got told it was going to be a bit slower when I got here, but I've been finding it to be pretty much similar to the game back in Australia, and everything's pretty much the same as back at home, so nothing different.
Same as back at home, but not the weather, because there was like a monsoon midway through the first half.
Yeah, that's one thing I've got to get used to. I don't think I ever get used to the cold. So yeah, the weather's a bit too cold for me.
Okay. Mark Aston, another excellent first half, but again, Halifax came into the game just after half time.
Well, the quality team, there's take nothing away from Halifax. What we've done today is we've done it to the team that won the championship last year and won the grand final. We were still a bit like that from that semi-final defeat last year. So we put it right today, and that's the pleasing thing for us. But I thought the first 40 minutes were outstanding. Yes, they're always going to have a spell in the game where they're going to be dominant, and there was. But we showed a lot of resolve, a lot of character, great attitude, and got back on the horse, as they call it, and started doing the things that we'd asked them to do. So you're always going to have them periods in the game. We're not an 80-minute team yet, is what I would say. We probably worked on 60, 70 minutes today. There's more to come.
And anybody you'd like to pick out as outstanding performances?
Well, again, look at young Eddie Batty. Look at him. He's been thrown in there against a team like Halifax and looked really comfortable, really delightful. But you've got to pick out Mitchell Stringer, who were on there for a long spell in the first half, did a long spell in the second half. But then you've got to look at all the forwards, because I thought they were all very, very strong, and his half-backs working together well. And Endo, he's got the man of the match today, and probably just shaved it. He was outstanding. So it was a collective team performance, and as I say, we only did 60, 70 minutes, but we've got a little bit more work still to do as well.
In the backs, you've got 2 lone players playing only their second and third games in Crooks and Finnegan, and both of them had a good game again.
They're both quality kids, and we talk about attitude and want and will, and both these kids want to be the best they can be, and that's what I love about them, as is Jamie and as is Kyle. They all want to be the best. That's why they are in the Super League environment. So really delighted with them all, but we're just showing that some of our kids can come through, and as I say, Eddie Batty looked in place. He's got a bit of footwork there. Mikhaili Azul come out to flatten him, and he just with a bit of twinkle toes, if you like, and got past him. So yeah, the blend is nice, and I think Kyle attacks the line, Woody puts the ball in the right areas, but what about his kicking game? Outstanding again, and he puts it on right on the button.
Today you had Dane MacDonald back after an injury, and you were able to switch things around a bit more, maybe, but more options off the bench.
Of course it is, because at the end of the days, we've been going with 3 front rowers when we've needed to, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, now it gives me a bit of a lot more options, because Dane can play at half if I need to, he can play at 13, push Joe Hurst up, and we're a bit more mobile, can play with more tempo, which is one of the things that we want to do. We want to play high tempo rugby, and certainly with Dane on there, that gives us that other option. But again, there's that little bit of competition now, isn't there? And Jack's got to come back. Danny Mills is raring to go, and so it's competition for places. And single out a couple of things, that the reserves were very good. Yesterday, the boys Johnny Woodcock and Jamie Cottle, Dan Oakes who played his first game, and all them, Pat Smith, all them lads, Sam Scott as well, all them lads that are chomping to play first team rugby. So it bodes well for for the next sort of period of our season.
Now you're going into a 2-week break, and you're going into that perhaps joint top of the league now after 3 wins.
Well, it's 3 on the bounce. That's how we look at it. We take each game as it comes, and the next game which we'll be focusing in is Dewsbury. And yes, we have got a week's break, but the preparation for that game against Dewsbury is now, and we've got to be good because Dewsbury are a very, very good team as well, as we saw on the TV the other day. And there's people like Don Brambini that can hurt us if we're not at the races. So we need to make sure that yes, we can have a couple of I've given the boys, they'll have one of the sessions off this week, but we're not going to be soft on ourselves because we need to keep the momentum going. We need to keep high intensity training, and they need to be responsible for preparing themselves for this next game. We've got 5 sessions before the next game, and they need to be high quality.